Hello guys, good morning. So today's dish will be very tasty and healthy dish. We're gonna be making Arrozcaldo, but the twist is we're not gonna be using rice. We're gonna be using Quaker oats or oats as an alternative. It's going to be tastier and definitely healthier. So let me just introduce you first the ingredients that we're gonna be using. We're gonna be using chicken, whatever chicken you want. Preferably it should be breast chicken, but I'm gonna be using the thigh parts because this is the available chicken in the fridge. So I'll make use of that. And then lots of garlics and tomato. The garlic thing, I'm not gonna be using that plainly for the sauteing part. Half of that will be used for the fried garlic that we normally put on top before we eat it. We have here ginger as well, which is sliced into strips, spring onions. We have salt and pepper to taste. We have chicken cubes optional, and we're gonna be using fish sauce later on, and also oil. And of course, let's not forget the main ingredients, which is oatmeal. You can use any brand of oatmeal, but we're going to be using Quaker oats for this dish. And also, I'm gonna be adding boiled egg for the finishing. However, forgive how it looks like right now. We really don't have any egg on stock anymore, and I was not able to go to the grocery, so I just went by on the near market, and they only have organic egg. And for some reason, organic egg looks like this. Like the yellow part is very hard, but the white part is very soft. But since it's organic, I'm believing it's gonna be tastier. So I'll deal with that for this time. So let's go ahead and start the process. I will be frying our garlic garnish first. Alright guys, so I've already prepared oil. Make sure that in frying the garlic should be, the oil should be enough to soak the garlic. So it will be completely fried. By the way, there's a lot of way to do it. You can slice this in a thin circular manner. But in my preference, I already minced it, so it would be easier. So I'm just gonna be putting that amount. And you should never leave this while this process is taking place because you don't want to burn it. Have to stick process and keep on stirring it. Don't make sure that the fire is not on a high fire. It should be in medium or low heat so that the garlic will be crisp enough. By the way, the texture that we are aiming for this is that the garlic should be crispy. For those Filipinos that loves Arrozcaldo, they know that there is a special garnish which is fried garlic on top of it, and that's what we're going to be achieving right now. Alright, so guys, so this should be okay already. So I'm going to be using a strainer so that I can strain out the oil. Should not be burned or else it's going to taste bitter. So I'll be using paper towel or paper towel to strain the oil so that it would retain its crispiness. Alright, so this is how it looks like. So let's just remove the excess oil, and right after that we will be retaining its crispiness. Next step, we're going to be putting the chicken in a pot. I'm just going to let this boil for around 5 minutes so that we can remove any excess juice or anything unnecessary smell from the chicken. So just a bit of water because it will produce its own water. We just have to cover this for 5 minutes. Okay guys, so after 5 minutes, we can already remove the chicken. Again, the purpose of this process is to remove any impurities of the chicken. And you don't have to cook it on this process because we're gonna let it boil later on. So if you are using breast or chicken breast, You can boil it up instead and then shred it. But in this process, we're using big chunks of chicken. So just have to strain it. And then remove the water from the pot. On the same pot, we're gonna be using we have used in frying the garlic earlier. This is already infused with garlic flavor. Be careful, just remove all the waterish part of that. We're gonna be putting around 2 tablespoons of the garlic oil. Next would be the ginger. Until it's fragrant. Next is the remaining garlic earlier. Guys, the actual measurement is just, 6 cloves of garlic. But it depends on your taste. Like for me, I love garlic and onions. I always infuse with a lot of them with all of the recipes that I'm doing. Good mix. And the next would be our white onion. So this is 1 large onion, 1 white onion. You guys might think that this is a lot, but this will no longer be visible later on. You might not be able to see a single onion anymore because it's gonna be completely mixed on the soup. Next would be, we're gonna be putting back the chicken already. Then give it a good mix. And then let's cover this for 3 minutes. Alright, so after 3 minutes, guys, we will be adding our next ingredient already, which is our salt and pepper. Okay. Ideally, this is 1/2 of a teaspoon for each, but you can adjust depending on your preference. Just give it a good mix to thoroughly incorporate all these ingredients. And then from here, we can already add 1/2 liter of water, depending on how many serving would you like to have. This is good to 4 to 5 persons, so I'm going to be putting 1/2 liter. Then cover it for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, let's put the other ingredients already. The chicken cubes, the 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, and then let's just stir, and then we will just let it boil for additional 5 minutes. Guys, if you guys are using the shredded chicken, it won't take that long. The reason why I'm letting this boil is for the chicken to be completely cooked, and the reason why I'm using this kind of chicken as well is because I want to infuse a chicken flavor on the soup itself. You can remove this excess oil here that are floating so that it won't be that oily. But there are some who would like to retain that, but for me, I prefer that not to be a part of the soup. So let's cover this for additional 5 minutes. Alright guys, so after 5 minutes, we will be removing the chicken. The chicken is already cooked. Again, if you are using shredded chicken, you don't have to do this process. But since I'm using a bigger chunk of chicken, I have to remove them. Put this in a separate bowl. You make sure that the chicken is completely cooked like that. You see that? There. If you're going to be using the same size of chicken as what I'm using, you need to make sure that they're completely cooked before removing them. Alright, so after we remove the chicken, now we're going to be placing the oats. So I'm going to be putting 1.5 cup of the oats. Then mix it. If you want an Arrozcaldo that is a bit, has more soup, you can add water and adjust the taste. But please be informed that oats will actually double its size or even triple later on. So I would suggest not to add anything yet for now. Now we will just keep on stirring this for like around 3 to 5 minutes. Alright guys, so this should be okay already. So I did stir it for 5 minutes, and just to guys let you know, I added a cup of water because as I've mentioned, it depends on the oats that you're going to be using and the measurement. I like the type of Arrozcaldo that's a bit, soupy. So I added 1 cup of water. You don't really need to adjust the taste already, but it depends on you. But for mine, I'm just gonna be having a separate, fish sauce or condiments that I'm gonna be putting once it's already served. So this should be okay already. So I'm gonna close and serve it. Alright guys, so this will be our finished product. So I did already the serving. You can put it that way, and as I've mentioned, you can always adjust the taste. Since I added water, you can adjust that with fish sauce, pepper, or salt, whichever you want. So there you go. Thank you so much guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel as well for future videos that you guys could follow. Thank you!